When Rachel came in, it was something that we all knew was a little bit different. We knew she'd probably be around for a while. I don't know how many times you have to do something to make it a tradition, so this will be the second time that this has been said about one of the McTier boys. It was said at my wedding, and it'll be said at Daniel's wedding. Rachel makes Daniel a better man. And that is apparent from day one you guys met to now. And of all of the family weddings that I've been to, watching your sibling get married is so cool. And it's even cooler when God's plan is realized and played out right in front of you. So congratulations, welcome to the family.
For as long as I can remember, Rachel has talked about getting married and what her wedding was going to look like. Rachel has always liked to have everything planned out, and this is one of the things I really love about her. When my father and I learned that Rachel was bringing over this Daniel guy, my father told me that he would give me $1 if I called this guy Doug. I gladly accepted the challenge. And let's just say, welcome to the family, Doug.
Well, here we are. You guys made it. That's great. Yeah. So the day you planned for, replanned for, prayed about, cried about, it's finally here. In just a few minutes, you're going to speak vows and make promises that are going to unite you two together for life. Before we get to that part, however, I get the privilege of offering you the last bit of advice you're going to get as single people. Every marriage is meant to portray the truth about the covenant-keeping love that God has for His people, which was embodied in Jesus and His relationship with the church, His bride. In this portrait, the husband is to model himself after Christ, who woos his bride, leads her, cares for her, lays down his life for her, and who is intimately united to her. And the wife is to model herself after the church, who is drawn by Christ, submits joyfully to His leadership, who joins in His life and His work, and who is intimately united to Him. Marriage is meant to give the world, the watching world, a vivid picture of the kind of love God has for His people, and the kind of love His people have for Him. Seek God's glory first, and He will give you everything else that you need and desire to have a long and fulfilling life together.
I wanted to talk to the great friends and the family that are here, because the people that are in this room, whether you're related to us by blood or you're a friend, you're all here because we hold you at that same esteem. And you guys have been a part in Rachel's life and in Daniel's life and in all of our lives. That has been incredible. Gathering of these two great families in this great hall, being called together to celebrate this. In those movies or reading in those books of them being called together again for a common purpose.
You're taking me back to the sleepless nights, phone calls and candlelights. Those were the things I liked the most.
My prayer for you is that you have a long and fulfilling marriage, that it brings great joy both to you and to the people around you, and that together you are able to faithfully portray the relationship of Christ and His church.
You're taking me back, you're taking me back, when the world was smaller and everything was ours. You're taking me back, you're taking me back, when everything moves slow.
Daniel and Rachel, you may share your first
You're
kiss
taking
as
me
husband
back
and
to
wife.
better days. I still remember weekend trips.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure to introduce for the very first time Mr. and Mrs. Daniel
Just
McTier.
a couple kids, taking time for making memories, living life like we were running.
have always been so encouraging to me. You have been a big role model in my life most of the time, and I am going to miss not having you around as much. I am so happy for you and Doug, and I just know that you are going to have so many of your own great adventures.
Daniel and Rachel do not enter the marriage covenant lightly. That they have truly thought about what it means to be in covenant relationship with each other. They've earnestly sought the Lord's will for their lives and desire and are committed to honoring Christ with their union. As Daniel and Rachel make covenantal vows to each other in the sight of God, it will be your task in the ensuing years to encourage them, support them, and hold them accountable to those vows. Something fundamental is changing today. Two become one.